All right, here is the ELO 14 test. This is the second video, so I'm actually moving on to graphing parabolas. Okay. So I'm going to do all the questions where it's graphing parabolas. Okay, so here we have y equals x squared minus 2x minus 2. Okay, this equation right here is in standard form. Okay, so when we are trying to graph parabolas, you want to check to see if you can find a vertex. You want to try and find a vertex. For a standard form vertex, you want to use the formula negative b over 2a. Okay, so if you remember, we have a, b, c for our polynomials as long as it's in standard form. So that means b is equal to negative 2. So we go negative b over 2a. Okay. My b is negative 2, and my a is 1. So this is a negative and a negative makes a positive. 2 times 1 is 2. 2 over 2 is 1. Okay, now I take that 1 and I plug it into the equation. 1 minus 2 is equal to negative 3. If you remember, this value from negative b over 2a is the x value. That part's in red. This value is the y value. You can tell because it literally says y equals all of this. Our vertex form, our formula for the vertex is x equals negative b over 2a. X equals negative b over 2a. Okay, so our x value is 1, our y value is negative 3, which is right here. Okay. And then we have to graph our parabola. Okay, if I plug a 0 in, I get 0 minus 0 minus 2, which is minus 2. Okay, that's if I plug a 0 in, so that's right here. We know parabolas are symmetrical. Okay, then if I plug a 3 in, I get 9 minus 6 minus 2, which is 3 minus 2, which is 1. So 3 comma 1 is also a point on my graph. And there's my parabola. Okay, obviously your answer is the correct graph. So if you don't have to plug in points, but if that's the only way you know how to do it, then that's the way you got to do it on the test for now. Okay, I'll come back to that later. Remember, your vertex is right here. It would be negative 1, comma negative 4. Your axis of symmetry is x equals negative 1. Okay, because this is your axis of symmetry down the middle. Okay, our x-intercepts are here and here, so negative 3 and 1, and our y-intercept is right here at negative 3. So obviously every graph is going to be different. Whatever you get on the test is going to be different than this, so you need to understand, how do I find this x-intercept right here? Well, that's when the graph crosses the x-axis. The y-intercept is when the graph crosses the y-axis. The vertex is the bottom or the top of the graph. All right, let's talk about number 8. Okay, so 4 graphs. I'm going to do them quickly. So this is negative b over 2a, okay, because this is in standard form. So negative b would be negative negative 4 over 2, and then a is negative 1. This would be 4 over negative 2, which is negative 2. That's my x value. Then I go negative 2 squared minus 4 times negative 2 plus 2, which is negative 4 plus 8 plus 2, which is 4 plus 2, which is 6. That's our y value. So negative 2, 6 is right there. Okay, and then our a value is a negative. Okay, so I'm going to teach real quickly about this a value. If the a value is negative 1, then your growth of your parabola will be down 1. If the a is equal to negative 1, your growth of your parabola would be down. Your first point would be down 1, and then down 4, and then down 9. So down 1, down 4, down 9. And there's your parabola. Okay, let's talk about this one. So this one I'm going to do it in red. Here, this is called vertex form. Okay, vertex form, you want to shift. You want to shift the vertex. Okay, so if you have y equals x plus 2 squared minus 5, you want to make this 0, okay, by doing x equals negative 2. If x equals negative 2, this becomes 0, and 0 minus 5 is negative 5. So there's our y value, here's our x value, and that'll be our vertex. Okay, also, the number in front is 1. So there's a secret 1 there, which means a equals 1. So when a equals 1, you're going to go up 1, up 4, up 9. Up 1, up 4, up 9. There's our graph. Okay, let me check how much time we have on this video real quick. Plus the bell just rang. Okay, I will do my third video a little bit later. All right, guys, hope this helps.